What is up, everybody, and welcome to more FLW videos. In today's episode, we're going to wrap up anything and everything that we know about Adventure Sync. For whatever reason in Pokemon Go, we end up finding ourselves trying to find a way to get just some crazy distance, right? Maybe it was something with 100 kilometers and then giving out an insane amount of Stardust, but more recently what we have seen is people trying to get their distance up so they can go in and do those online PvP battles. So in today's episode, I'm going to show you any and every method that I have gone over to figure out what is actually going to be the best. We're talking about running, biking, walking, jogging, doing all of those things, shaking a phone, using a phone cradle. I mean, anything and everything, and of course, putting it all into one video. Hopefully you do enjoy this. This is actually my second channel, but any support would be greatly appreciated. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you're interested in any other products, a link will be in the description, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the episode. The first one being just playing it like normal. We went on a 1 kilometer route and we ended up collecting a distance of 0.8 kilometers. Then we hooked up the Go Plus and also got 0.8 kilometers. But then we ended up getting the king of all methods. Just staying at home and shaking your phone up and down for a couple of minutes. They ended up collecting a total distance of 1.1 kilometers, so that is the benchmark that we are trying to beat. If I go out and jog with my phone in my hand, what is the total distance that we will collect? Well, the results ended up being that we collected 1 kilometer distance, and of course it was on the 1 kilometer course. So that's actually some good results. We basically got credit for what we ended up going out and running. But of course, it doesn't beat just staying at home and shaking your phone. So we wanted to dig a little deeper. I had a lot of people recommend to me that I should actually just put my phone in my pocket and it can get way more distance. So that is what we tested next. So of course the results for just putting your phone in your pocket and just running actually ended up getting results beyond just the 1 kilometer. This is one of the first times outside we ended up surpassing it. The total distance ended up being 1.3 kilometers. So now we officially have a new champ, 1.3 kilometers on a 1 kilometer basis, just going out, having your phone in your pocket. Of course, Pokemon Go turned off, but I didn't want to stop there. I said, well, why is that working and not waving your arms? And is there a way to simulate it? And ladies and gentlemen, you are not going to believe what ended up being the best. I decided to go ahead and pull out a sock out of my drawer, put the phone in the sock, and then simply move it up and down to simulate the phone being in your pocket. And of course, you can do this from the comfort of your home, but I ended up doing this for about 7 to 8 minutes, and then the results ended up coming in, and I can't believe this. This was better than staying at home, shaking your phone, getting out there, doing all of this crazy stuff. The results ended up being 1.6 kilometers after doing this for about 7 minutes. This is easily the best method that I have personally seen so far. So in the past, we ended up figuring out that the sock method ended up being the best on like a per time basis. For example, we ended up running an experiment where in 10 minutes, the sock was able to pull in 1.6 kilometers literally in just 10 minutes of doing this. And throughout the episode, I tried a lot of different methods, one of them including the actual phone swing. And unfortunately, I could not get it to work. I tried so many times and it would never work. And I ended up getting a ton of comments on it saying, dude, you gotta try it again. You gotta try to move the phone around a little bit. You gotta try and do a couple of things a little bit different. It is totally worth it once you can end up figuring it out. And ladies and gentlemen, I finally got this swing to work. So now we have to ask ourselves the question, what's gonna be the better method? Are we going to end up sticking with the sock method, or are we gonna end up going with this phone swing method? Anyways, as far as the phone swing is concerned, I had to adjust the arms a little bit, move them around some, that way the magnet wasn't hitting the bottom of it and disrupting the swing. And now that I ended up getting it set up, it was just off to the races. Set a timer, of course, up for 10 minutes just to give it a similar comparison. And as far as the final results are concerned, I ended up getting a total of 0.9 kilometers over 10 minutes. So then, when you compare the two to each other, you've of course got the phone swing, and that ends up pulling in 0.9 kilometers in 10 minutes. Or you could end up going with the sock method and getting 1.6 kilometers in 10 minutes. But to be honest, we know that the sock method is going to be the best on a timing basis. But at the same time though, as far as the effort is concerned, I could just sit back, let my phone swing just do its thing for literally hours and not have to put in any effort and I'll still be able to get those 50 kilometers throughout the week. So in some sense, yes, it's not necessarily the best as far as efficiency is concerned, but at the same time though, you could end up doing it, setting it up in the background, just occasionally if you're playing video games, if you're working on something, doing whatever, just go ahead and put your phone in the cradle. And they're actually really cheap, by the way. I'll put a link in the description as well. So for me personally, I've kind of transitioned over to using the phone swing, and if I'm in a real-time crunch, got to get some last-minute kilometers in, that's where I'm going to end up switching over to the sock method to be able to finish it out, just because it is so effective on the timing basis. It really was a trip down memory lane looking at videos that spanned over the past 9 months, and what we have come down to is really two dominant methods. We've of course got the phone swing and then the sock method, but hey, I don't discriminate. If you're team legs, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to know what you use as the main method to gain distance in Pokemon Go. Are you going to be on the phone cradle side, sock side, leg side? I don't discriminate how you play the game. Whatever it is, let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you next time. If you want to develop a deeper connection, I would highly recommend you to check out Patreon. We've got a lot of really cool things going on over there. Check out all of these supporters that we have. We are almost up to 100. We are also posting some special content, some behind the scenes work. And if that is the type of thing that interests you, I would highly recommend you to check it out.